Hey there, what's going on? Coach Anthony Dastache from Hustle Strength and Performance TV. In today's video, I'm gonna show you 5 exercises you could do to bulletproof those hamstrings. Let's get into it. So sometimes if you're dealing with a hamstring strain, or if you're looking to strengthen your hamstrings, we can incorporate these exercises into our programs here at Hustle. Now, it's not all about strengthening that one muscle, okay? Typically, hamstring strains, for example, happen because there's a weakness above or below the muscle, okay? So we focus on strengthening the entire body as one before we individually focus on improving that specific muscle. So for example, let's talk about me, for example. I had an issue with my calf. My calf was super tight. And then before you know it, just because my calf was tight, I ended up pulling my hamstring. Okay, so it's important to strengthen the entire body and focus on, some nagging injuries or some nagging sorenesses. Don't ignore those. All right, so these are some exercises that we would include into your programming here if you're looking to strengthen your hamstring or improve your hamstring strength. All right, so the first one is an eccentric slider curl. So the eccentric slider curl is one of our favorites. We're gonna grab a pair of furniture sliders here. All right, super inexpensive. You get them at Walmart, at the store. So we're gonna have your heels on the middle of the sliders. We're gonna lay on our back, all right? Now the first thing we do is I tell them we're gonna shoot our hips up to the ceiling, just like this. So and then as we're shooting our hips up to the ceiling, we're gonna drive our heels into the ground. Now, our goal here is to keep our hips up, feeling the strain in our hamstring and our glutes right now as I'm talking to you. And we're gonna go out as slow as you can, all right? This is the eccentric movement of this exercise, all the way out. Now my calves, my hamstrings, they're burning right now. And then as soon as you go all the way out that you can go, the far you can go, we're just gonna relax. Just like that, no tension whatsoever. Then we're just simply gonna bring our heels back to our butt and then repeat it again. So shoot your hips up to the ceiling, drive your heels into the ground, slow, on the way out. Oh yeah. And relax, okay? Then bring them back, just like this. Same thing, up, slow on the way out. And relax and bring it back in, all right? So that is the eccentric slider curls. The second exercise that we like to do is we like to do a single leg glute bridge. So a single leg glute bridge, just like this, we're gonna drive that heel. Now notice, this is the common theme on this one. Drive your heel into the ground and focus on on the opposite leg, we're gonna try to stamp it to the ceiling. So here, and drive our heel into the ground, up. Shoot your hips up, just like that here. Drive your heel up, stamp the opposite heel to the ceiling, okay? So this one is strengthening our hamstrings and our glutes. Again, I would recommend not only working on your bad hamstring, but focus on your strong one as well, okay? So again, same thing. Opposite leg, try to stamp that heel. Your right leg, you're gonna drive it into the ground, shoot your hips up to the ceiling, okay? Now, another one that we do, we're gonna stay on the ground. We're gonna stay on the ground is a heel drive, okay? So we're gonna take our heels and we're going to just drive them into the ground. And again, here, this is activating the hamstring. Keep those hips up. You're gonna feel in your hamstrings and your glutes, and down. If you can, try to do it in sets of 5 to 10 to 15 seconds. So again, knees are slightly bent, point those toes up to the ceiling and drive those hips up while driving your heels into the ground and relax, okay? Here, if you can, put them out, straighten your legs a little more, drive them up, heels into the ground and relax, all right? So that's the heel driver. The next one, a little bit more intense. We're gonna focus on single leg cone tap. So this is gonna not only strengthen your hamstrings, but it's gonna work on your balance and your coordination as well. So you're gonna have 3 different cones in front of you. Doesn't matter the color. You could even use a dumbbell. You could use something that you have at home, whatever it is. I would focus on, so your right leg down and your opposite arm, you're gonna try to touch one at a time. So here, opposite arm, focus on that balance. So touch, back up. Touch, back up. As you can see, I need to focus on this here and back up. If you need to reset, just like this, back here and back just like that. And again, do both sides. Take your time here. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Good. Just like that. And again, keep working the other side. If it's too low for you, like for example, this might have been a little bit too low for me, I would focus on trying to get something a little higher just so I don't have to go that low to the ground. The higher it is, the easier it will be for you to touch and work on your balance. And then as you progress, you're gonna make it more difficult by lowering it to the ground. So single leg cone taps, left leg anchored, right, touch, touch, touch. That was a little bit better for you guys. So that's the single leg cone tap. There is one more exercise that was our all-time favorite for dealing with hamstring strains and even strengthening your hamstrings. I'm gonna take you over there and we're gonna get to it now. Now, one of our favorite hamstring rehab and hamstring strengthening exercises is called an upright sled drag. So we have a sled here. We're going to grab the sled by the straps. And what's important here, not to let your shoulders come out. We're gonna keep your shoulders packed here. Create tension in your upper back and shoulders. Don't let them just hang out like that. Create tension. Now from here, it's okay to go a little light on the sled. I just want you to go upright, sled, marches. Upright, sled, marches. Just like that. Now, focusing on the upright movement of a sled drag is gonna focus on your posterior chain. So your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back, all of that is getting activated, and you're moving some weight while keeping it super low impact for your hamstring, all right? So the upright sled drag is probably one of my favorites. I would recommend going a little lighter than you typically do if you drag sleds regularly. If not, I would start with just the sled and then go from there. Again, it's super light, super low impact. It's going to strengthen your hamstrings. It's one of our favorites. Now, I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And as always, thanks for hustling. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and that it truly helped you become stronger, faster, and more confident. If it helped, can you please do me a favor and click that like button down below? And by clicking the like button, it lets YouTube and myself know that you do like this type of content and to keep making more of it. Also, comment down below with any questions that you may have, and I will personally take the time to answer them as soon as I see it. If you don't have any questions, just leave a comment and let me know how I'm doing. I truly appreciate that too. And one more thing, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking the bell notification down below. I'm putting out new content every week, and if you're not subscribed, you won't be notified once I put out that content. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch, and as always, thanks for hustling.